Oh, oh shit, he fast as fuck.
He over here.
Yeah, I don't expect him to do that.
We got these big ass dudes. Damn.
That's so ass.
Damn, he's such a bitch.
It got real. Okay, it got real. And let's not forget Mark
Oh shit.
Lamont Hill. Okay, he's from Philly. And
Wow, don't try that with me, bro.
my best friends from Philly. Y'all know anything? They do not
Oh
worry
my.
about the word sucker. That's like calling a dude a bitch. You know what I'm saying? So it's like he took that very, very personal, and that's why
Damn, bro.
People from different parts of the city.
Is that Sean Mary?
So he wasn't feeling that. So this,
Oh,
especially because Queen's Flip was saying he's like, you always want to use big words, you always want to use tricky words.
Man, shoot that shit. I'm tired of these
I
niggas.
say regular words that's just tricky to you. So this sparked a big intellectual debate, and you saw the hood side come out of Mark Lamont Hill. You know, this really surprised a lot of people. So there is a podcast, podcast. Never heard of them. I have heard of Angela Rye. I know her from being on the Breakfast Club with with Charlamagne the God and DJ Envy and Angela Yee. So we're gonna go ahead and watch the Native Land podcast. It's hosted by a woman named Tiffany Cross.
Oh.
Andrew Gilliam, Bakari Sellers, and Angela Rye.
That shit felt great when I practiced.
Commentary, but I'm gonna play a little bit of Andrew Gilliam, a little bit of Tiffany, and Angela Rye. I'm gonna play probably all of her commentary because that's really who Joe Budden ends up responding to.
They are some losers.
So we're gonna go ahead and check it out. The title is Joe Budden's podcast and the Dumbing Down of America.
I'm happy that Mark showed both sides. Said, yes, I'm an intellectual, but don't give stuff in the studio, you know? And I think it's important for people to see that, yes, you can still be an intellectual.
Oh my God.
Demand your respect. That doesn't make you soft. I'm concerned, though, in our community because when you look at the shoe,
that's what you get, bro. Oh, it won't even let me move.
An erosion. I don't consider myself a member of the Black intellectual class, but I do thrive in that space. I love to be around. Sometimes, Andrew, when you're talking, I forget I'm a host on the podcast. Like, I'm just listening to you because you're saying something so brilliant to me or something that I didn't know. I had no perspective, and I enjoy hearing that. I have curiosity.
Oh, you hit that.
I'm not trying to be fake humble. Like, I don't consider myself an intellectual. I consider
I
myself
keep forgetting my left side is my hot zone for him.
I see that getting dulled across peers and across the community. Social media, I think, is a big part of that. A study out of UC San Diego found that even low levels of social media use are associated with poor cognitive outcomes, particularly among children. Like, just because you have a microphone, I don't always respect your opinion. This guy who's talking, I don't respect his opinion. Andrew, we talked. I'm not married. I don't have children. If I'm giving you advice on either, it's totally fine for you to say, what are you basing this on? Where did you get that information from? And I'm not going to be offended by you asking me that because even if I might be right, you don't have to respect my opinion. I don't respect everybody's opinion on politics. You might be right on occasion. I don't respect your opinion. So I just think in this environment of these viral clips, I'm curious y'all take on all of this because I don't want to make it just about Mark. Yeah. But Mark is there.
Can I add some shoes to this dude?
Mark should not be on this podcast. He gets the opportunity to talk to people, but Mark should still be at CNN. Mark should have had a contract. Soon as
what shoe can you wear? Oh, you can wear any shoe?
And said that, and I just think they would.
Finally, I remember it used to be like certain shoes.
Because you have more likes and followers. And they don't celebrate our intellectual.
I think it's only certain shoes that you could put the lesson names and shit on.
That's right. Well, one, I hope we
the
never
badges
get to
or
a place
the
badges and shit.
I think it's important for us to bring our focus to this podcast because that's what our listeners, the people who ride with us, expect is that we'll be as direct as we can. I will be very honest. I've never listened to the Budden by Joe Budden podcast before. This was the first clip I've ever seen of it is with Mark on it, and that probably distances me even greater from a lot of folks out there who probably, you know, it's the number 5 or top 5 or top 10 for a reason. That means people are going there to subscribe. The reason why I think I value a voice like Mark's, being able to cut through in a top 10, top 5
Oh, you didn't
audience,
switch? No shit.
is that at least somebody gets an exposure to his perspective that may not have otherwise had it. But exactly what they're getting exposed to also matters. I don't know if that's the rhythm of it from
Clay
day to day
and
or
Bosch.
whatever it's broadcast week to week, whenever it shows. But I've got to believe that, knowing Mark well enough, that on a regular basis he's probably being able to enter into
Chris Bosch low key decent though.
that discussion.
I was shooting
higher
with him.
level of discourse than what we saw.
I should have stayed.
Maybe he's entering into that conversation.
So now I'm gonna go ahead and fast forward to Angela Rye's part here.
Sure that black folks can read in a neighborhood that he loves. And
yeah, he got his shot.
The same person that's creating black jobs and providing opportunity for our folks doesn't want to show up that way for himself, for his family, for his kids, for anybody. And so what I really want to ask us to consider is how do we resolve conflict when things are heated without name calling, without attacking someone's intellect or lack thereof. I think that we can love and challenge people to rise up without calling them dumb. Or anti-intellectual. Sure, it's
my God, they both hit.
But is there another way to call people in? I don't think that Mark should be left holding the bag in this exchange. I take great issue with that podcast and its treatment of Mark, and I was wondering when he was gonna snap. You know, there's another clip that I don't know if you all saw, where Mark announces very vulnerably that he's lost almost all of his colleagues that were reporting in Gaza.
Oh shit.
And by lost, I mean they are killed. They died. And they're reporting and trying to be courageous for their people.
And then around the world, we're seeing violence everywhere, including Gaza.
Yeah, Clay got a nice shot.
I work for Al-Jazeera. My colleagues, every colleague I have in Gaza has been murdered. Every single colleague I have in Gaza has been murdered. So we got a lot of work to do, a lot of stuff to pay attention to. That's pretty good. All right, y'all.
What?
Good shit.
How do you just leave off from that?
Oh my God, he doing it again. That nigga Mark, Lord. Why y'all never support him when he start talking that shit?
He has my full support, but I also know that once he says something like that, or we discuss something like that, then we're just like, okay,
he going so fucking slow.
Every journalist on the Gaza Strip being murdered. Like, what's the pivot?
Oh my God. Ah, my bad, B.
Very vulnerably, he's lost all his people. And Joe Budden's transition, not this other guy, I don't know everybody's name, but not this other guy. Joe Budden's transition is like, and Young Thug. Like, just no mention of like, are you okay? How do you feel? Who was lost this week? How did they die? Just like nothing. So 2 tips point around curiosity. If you
that's how you, everybody use Deep Bomber, bro.
If you can't find sympathy, find empathy.
It's so...
Find empathy, find compassion, because if you don't,
you just gotta use the meta, bro.
In a constant state of grief. At some point, that grief turns.
Bro, like, come on, he got Hall of Fame.
We say on this show, welcome home, and we need that. Of course, Mark is welcome anytime. I don't know about the rest of them, but I will just say, you know, I don't think that means that we should be foreclosed to having discussions that are tough or where we don't think people are our peers or we're on the same level. I'm not into that. But where I see folks who are constantly unwilling.
Damn, so the sweat's out on the Tuesday.
Or to have conversations where they at least can appreciate a different perspective. I don't know that I'm into that. So I just want Mark to know I'm praying for you, brother. You know that. And I want better for him. I think that he deserves to hold space with people who are at least more compassionate and more eager to learn from his perspective And clearly, you can take a Negro out the hood, but you can't take the hood out the Negro. So you might not want to keep leaping at Mark. He might just snap and bust your ass next time. I don't know. I don't want him to do that. But, I mean, it was getting Real Housewives to me.
You wanna get a deal?
All right, so y'all just heard what, you know, the folks at the Native Land podcast.
I don't know. I don't think.
Including Angela Rye. So now we're going to go ahead and watch what the Joe Budden podcast had to say in response to all that. Yeah, it is causing a huge debate currently.
Damn, I wish I got D-Rose, bro.
What are we talking about? Sound like y'all want to talk about Angela Rye? We're in hour two. Well, we're in hour two, and we already just did what we just did coming off the break. So here we go. I'll walk right back to it. Angela Rye, I totally accept your non-invite to your platform. Would like to add on to it. But she disappointed you from her.
Shit.
She said everybody up here wouldn't be welcome.
Damn, you can give people calls.
Oh man, I can't go somewhere that I didn't want to go.
Damn, that's crazy. I
I
might.
go back to that meeting.
Was that risky?
Nah, that's bad.
Oh, okay. I thought that. Well, who do you have right now? D-Rose? Let me get Chris Bosh. Oh, fuck. Yeah, that's right here.
There was a lot of media that came out, but one of the big plots that I saw the Native Land podcast, which is a podcast with Andrew Gillum, former mayor of Tallahassee, Angela
Here.
Rye,
I switched them now.
VM.
Fuck. Oh, I can change it while we on the square. That's cool. I don't know. I already. Oh, maybe it kept me in that menu.
Oh, yeah, because I pressed that.
Yeah. Them dudes we played with earlier put us in a group.
They offer different perspectives on it. I think
Or they put me in a group. No, PlayStation.
But they were basically using this as a kind of launching pad to talk about.
They're just saying like, yo, I'm down to run.
I think the episode was called
Right.
The Joe Budden Podcast and the Dumbing Down of America.
Midnight Boys.
The decision between me and Flip is evidence of that. Now, as I said earlier in the show, I don't agree with that part of it. It's just not in the sense, so I think he does. Yeah. Well, that's where problem number one arrives for me, and then I'll toss it back to Mark. You title it that, and then admittedly say, I don't look at that, because that's not my issue.
How you get out of there?
I appreciate what Andrew had to say, because he said, one, I'm not familiar with this podcast. I don't watch the clips from this podcast. I assume this is not their frequency every week. Thank you, Andrew. Thank you, Andrew. That's why you need niggas with brains around. Thank you. That indeed is not our frequency every week. He went on to say,
oh, okay.
I also trust Mark in his ability to gauge where he should and shouldn't be, who he should connect with, and who he shouldn't, to kind of filter out where he thinks. So I took offense to a few sentiments, but one is that I don't love Mark down.
You see how you did your first boys, bro? But Joe is not. Is a fucking joke, man.
Button.
He's like, you're trying to act like I don't love Mark up and down. I'm like, we see how you did the people you came up with.
Oh yeah.
You don't have the best track record.
Bakari and the old mayor, Andrew Gillum, who's your age. So, if we were a little more, he ran for governor. Yeah, okay, but he,
Oh my, come on, bro.
Yeah, by the way, so a lot of times in these political spaces, a lot of times in the spaces that are quote unquote intellectual, we often look at demographics and we look and pick and choose.
Damn.
Victim and we want to play aggressive. So when the rich people
should have
are
kept
doing
Joe, huh?
certain things to us, we cry wolf. I mean, we don't cry wolf, we cry foul. And then we'll take the same exact.
Oh my fucking god, bro. Like, what's the point of boxing? Like, bruh, being in front of somebody. Yeah, I might need to.
And then the young lady got on the platform and basically called Flip dumb and said, I don't give a fuck what he thinks. I don't want to hear from him because he's not, in my opinion,
I think I do. I was picking them from my cards. No, I did, but I'm pretty sure I picked the center. Oh shit, bro.
You understand what I'm saying? I do. Also, that's what
Yeah, they gotta have these players boosted recognized.
none of them admittedly do.
Bruh, like, you're not even getting a block on them.
This is where my problem comes in the so-called intellectual community and thought process.
Bro, how this nigga is fast.
Is a huge red flag. You can't just spitball some shit and then claim you're an intellectual, or go off a 30-second clip and claim you're an intellectual. Like, if you don't watch the podcast and admit that you don't watch the podcast and admit that you don't watch the clip.
Bro, come on, bro.
They could watch definitely got defense, bro. He definitely be blocking shit.
With someone not watching the podcast and having a deep opinion about the podcast.
If you don't, it's like you don't know what the argument was about, where the argument came from, you don't know anything.
Well, that's part of where my acceptance of her non-invitation.
Oh my god. Yeah, this ain't it, bro.
Right? Like Angela, I can assure you.
Damn.
Like, over 25 years in this business, I can assure you if you and I are in the same place, it's a mistake on my part. Like, I'm all
bro, that shit is crazy.
Who's invited and uninvited places, so I ain't mad at it. But we would never be in the same space.
I disagree with that, and I took offense to that.
Oh wow. I do have Hall of Fame paint patroller. Like, what the fuck is going on?
If you aren't this, if you don't have these accolades, I don't even want to communicate with you, right? And again, to my same point, politically or
bro,
this
shit is crazy.
if you don't have X, Y, Z amount of dollars, I don't want to talk to you, or your opinion is fucking nothing to me.
Right. Well, and because of that, I wouldn't be so quick to cast aspersions on people that I don't know. Like, is what I'm saying. Like,
Yeah. No, we can't. I think they just got us in a losing queue. Because we won so much yesterday. Oh, is it behind? Oh, is it down there?
Flip is my friend, though. You know what I'm saying? And so they were shooting.
Wait, how do we leave? What the fuck?
Unfair. And then we
really quick.
where no Flip
Oh,
may not have 3
oh
degrees.
shit. Oh
I've
fuck.
been to Flip house. Flip got an elevator in his house. I've been around Flip.
My dumb ass went to my
Generates
team.
more income than a lot of these so-called academics do. You understand what I'm saying? So when you Flip kid is well spoken. So children are mannerly, they're polite as fuck, and they good kids that you would think grew up in fucking
just round up through the door and went back to the city with my dumb
Yeah, that's what I was looking for, the door. I'm like,
come around.
I'm cool with content lands being different too. Some of y'all only get on camera with the intellectual perfection areas that you bright in. I don't pride myself in doing it that way. Like, I do things in real time. I allow people to see my shortcomings. I allow people to see where I made an error in judgment. I allow people to see I'm a fan of redemption. I allow people to see growth. I'm not just trying to only pop up when shit is good. I think that there's a certain courage in that. I think that takes a certain level of tact and boldness. So again, for you people to look at Flip, y'all don't come on. I don't know if everybody's so bright in their fucking relationships. No, I don't know if everybody's having a blast with their parental situation. I don't know what your situation with your fucking kids or your siblings is like. I don't know what you like in social settings. All I know is what I see from the content. You, quote unquote, intellectuals seem to be pulling a lot from places that, again, like it said, you admittedly know very little about. It just comes off a way. Yeah. It comes off a way. It's like if you put, especially when you pretending to do all of this super black kumbaya shit. I got a problem with that too. I got a problem with the people that masquerade as kumbaya, super black, all for the people, and I'll be the first one to tell you how we're different. I come on here every week and say we're less different than we are like. We just got different ideologies. But I'm not going to keep listening to people who in 25 years I've been the name ain't gonna rock.
Shit, my bad, I'm back, so.
How you get?
I just sent you the squad. Progression, badges. Badge pay. Let's see.
The #1 black urban podcast and put that type of stink on it because you think you got a friend over here. That don't give you a license. I don't think it's that. I don't think if Mark was here or not. I think if Mark was here, they would never have those conversations. No, they having those conversations because their friend is up here. No, they having those conversations because Mark is deemed an academic and an intellectual, which you he is. No, I said what you are. So now it's, yo, why is he even there? Like Angela Lee said, yo, Mark, just come home. Angela Rye said, Mark, just come home. That's the other beat. But then you go on to say how diverse Mark is. So I think that that's an insult because you don't put Mark in a box. Mark is home. Mark is a black man sitting in a room with black men that grew up in similar circumstances, albeit we wasn't all in the cult. You can't say we all have our own walks of life. Yeah, like I just disagree with that shit. And thank God there was a black-owned independent media company there to pick up our good work when he was misunderstood by other outlets. Talk about it. Why is that part not being said by pro black native land people? I'm getting confused. Yeah, Mark was a free agent. Y'all had a chance to bring him home. And did. You didn't. So don't sit up on your fucking platforms all pretentious as one of the Charlemites. That's how I know you. I know you was one of the Charlemites and get to saying what Mark should and shouldn't be doing. Please. If you didn't discuss this podcast before, if by your own admittance you know very little about it, shit, Tiffany said at least 5 times that she don't give a fuck about these other opinions. All I'm asking is that you act like it.
All right, so you guys just saw that. You guys saw the back and forth, and I, for one, agree with Joe Budden in the podcast. I know, Shaka, right? There is a big divide between like intellectual podcasting, regular, just fun commentary and stuff like that. And I see it all the time on social media. And that's part of what I was talking about in my video about the Real Housewives of Potomac, Wendy. Her and her husband being arrested for scamming. But, this is the same woman who walks around with these airs of I have 4 degrees and I'm up here and everybody else is down there. But yet and still she finds herself in the same low vibrational space as a lot of these housewives who don't have all these degrees, faking it till they make it. And, one of the things I noticed on that video, it's on, you can find the video on Spotify, but I was getting attacked a lot. Like, you're just jealous, you're dumb, you don't have degrees and all this and that. And my thing is this: degrees aren't what make you, okay? You can be smart, clear, grind. Like Joe Budden's peoples were saying in the podcast, like Ish was saying, Queen's Flip, he may not be the most articulate. He may be from the hood, but his kids are well-spoken, well-mannered. He has a beautiful home, and I feel like when you get it out the mud, no matter how you get it out the mud, it should be celebrated. Regardless if you have 3 degrees, 1 degree, you walked your path in life, and I applaud that. I applaud people who have masters and doctorates and who are out here doing things with their education. There's absolutely nothing wrong with that. But there's also nothing wrong with a lot of us who hustle and grind to get to where we're at, and we do it with integrity. You know what I'm saying? I may not hold a bachelor's, I may not hold a PhD, but I know the emails that I get from people who thank me for my words, who thank me for my commentary. You know, the people I've met just even on the street, the young men who have come up to me and who have thanked me for talking about the trades and encouraging people to get into the trades. Long before this was a conversation on social media, I've been talking about
like
this for
20
like the
dunk
past 5,
packages.
6 years. You know, it feels good when I have young guys coming up to me and saying, you know what, because of you, I didn't go and get myself into a bunch of student loan debt. I went to plumbing school. I went and got my CDLs. You know, I ended up going into the trades, and now I'm making just as much money as if I would have chased the corporate ladder. You know, some of those meetups with people, some of those emails really make my day, and it lets me know that, yes, I may not have a big corporation behind me like a CNN or like a iHeartRadio or like a, you know, MSNBC, that even though I may not have all the degrees, I may not be the most intellectual, I know that my little baby platform has helped to change a lot of lives. It has helped a lot of people along the way, and that means more to me than anything. We all have different walks, we all have different paths in life, and I don't think one is necessarily better than the other. We all have different walks to walk. I don't watch the podcast enough to say exactly how his personality is outside of that heated exchange, but they did have a lot to say about him simply based off of that clip. So I do understand why Ish was going back and kind of defending him, because again, you do have a lot of regular people who have gotten it out the mud, who are eating just as well as some of the people who have several degrees, who are not in debt and things like that. I don't think there's anything wrong with Angela Rye being intellectual, or Bakari Sellers, or anybody on that podcast, but there's also nothing wrong with a bunch of guys from the hood who has something to say. Some of the smartest people are from the hood. I just hate this whole bourgeoisie divide because, again, like I always say on my own platform, we have way more in common than we do not in common. And that goes for educated, uneducated, black, white, gay, straight, things like that. We have a lot of things in common, but we allow certain things to divide us, you know? Your path is your path, your walk is your walk. You know what I'm saying? And however you get it out the mud is how you get it out the mud.
Walk away from the door,
I get Joe for feeling that way. Because he is the #1 black urban podcast. And he grinded hard to get that. Matter of fact, he crawled to a lot of these other podcasts, you know, a lot of these other rappers. They are now taking the Joe Budden blueprint, okay? And now they're creating podcasts. You have the It Is What It Is with Mason Cameron. They wouldn't be where they're at if it wasn't for Joe Budden. Now you have, I think, David East and Fabulous. They're starting their own podcast. Fat Joe won't shut the fuck up, okay? They all watched the Joe Budden blueprint, and now they're implementing it. You know, so, again, I don't watch Joe Budden's podcasts like that unless they go viral. I don't watch them every day, but I do have male friends of mine who are huge fans of the Joe Budden podcast who do watch them every day. So there is a segment of the population who loves his work, who loves what he does, and I'll never take that away from Joe. This other podcast, you know, maybe
damn, my dude shoot 83%
bringing in the numbers like a Joe Budden, you know, but I think there's nuances to every situation. I didn't look at that back and forth with Mark Lamont Hill and Queen's Flip and feel like Mark needs to get the hell off that podcast. I looked at it like two men going back and forth, and I like the fact that Mark Lamont Hill is just open about who he is. He's intellectual, he's smart, but he will still let you know that, motherfucker, I'm from Philly, and we can go outside. You know what I'm saying? And there's nothing wrong with that. We're all multifaceted people. But if you rub me the wrong way, bitch, I will cuss you out on my live stream. No apologies. You know what I'm saying? You will see that hood TT, and it is what the fuck it is. You know what I'm saying? People sometimes get mad because in my commentary I curse. It is what it is. If you don't like it, exit stage left. Go watch somebody that vibes with your spirit who just, you know, hey, everyone, and they don't curse, and they're just, you know, very clean cut, you know, forward, straight and dry, and there's nothing wrong with people who do commentary like that. I'm not her. You know what I'm saying? What you see is what you get. So, I see both sides. I definitely see both sides of the argument. But I feel Joe Budden for defending his podcast. You know, Mark Lamont Hill, one thing I do like about him is the fact that he is able to walk both sides. One thing that really made me respect him that a lot of people don't give him props about. I remember he was getting attacked about the whole Bill Cosby thing. And a lot of black men
Good
turned on
shot,
him and said
damn.
he was wrong for being in that Bill Cosby documentary a few years ago. And how he was a coon for helping to take down another black man. Because he was in it, that made me want to watch the documentary more. I believe it was on HBO, if I'm not mistaken. I watched it, and he really talked about how condescending Bill Cosby was. And it was one thing that Mark said in that documentary that always stood with me. Bill Cosby told Mark Lamont Hill, "You address me as Dr. Bill Cosby." What got me with that is that Mr. Bill Cosby, who has received 70 honorary degrees, okay? Honorary, is sitting here telling somebody like Mark Lamont Hill, who actually went to school, did the work, and has a PhD doctorate from the University of Pennsylvania. He demanded Mark Lamont Hill call him
got the
doctor,
putback.
but he refused to show Mark Lamont
I don't know
Hill
why he's
the
not
same
dunking
respect.
these.
Somebody who's actually a doctor, who actually has a PhD, was not given the same respect by somebody
He
with an
tried
honorary
him.
degree. And now do y'all understand why Zach can't stand honorary degrees? Because it gives some people a level of arrogance that they have no business having. I'm never going to call somebody who did not put in the work a doctor. And so that made me respect Mark so much more when he called that out. Because a lot of people would have been scared to call Bill Cosby out on his shit. Like, that doesn't make you better than me. I actually went to school and I put in the work. You don't want to call me Dr. Mark Hill, but yet I'm supposed to call you Dr. Bill Cosby? Objection. I think the fuck not. I'm going to call you Bill Cosby in the same way you're sitting here calling me Mark Lamont Hill. So again, this whole bourgeoisie, I'm up here, I have a bunch of degrees, I'm an intellectual. These conversations, have been around since the beginning of time. But I feel like at the end of the day, support who you want to support. If you like a more intellectual podcast, there's nothing wrong with that. If you like a more urban podcast, there's nothing wrong with that. If you like your female commentators to be more bougie and super feminine, absolutely nothing wrong with that. If you like your female commentators to just be more, and around the way girl, there's also nothing wrong with that. We like what we like, but there's no reason to knock each other. At the end of the day, I think I would love to see a lot of these black podcasts, these black platforms supporting each other rather than dragging each other and going back and forth and bringing each other down. Because that's what I see a lot of times in these spaces, is black commentators getting into it, bringing each other down, bringing receipts and spilling tea and all that stuff, as opposed to supporting each other. But tea sippers, I leave the conversation up to you guys. Let's go ahead and get the conversation popping. How do y'all feel about this in general? How did you guys feel about Mark Lamont Hill and Queen's Flip getting into it?
There we go.
How do you guys feel about the Native Land podcast response? And last but not least, how do y'all feel about what Joe Budden had to say about the situation as well? So I look forward to reading y'all's comments down below. Please hit this video with a like. Make sure you guys share this video, and I'll talk to y'all later. Deuces.
Mr. Hachiko, you say you gonna get drilled all over me.
Damn, he was down on the head, nigga.
What? Get off me. Get off me. Get off me. Get off me.
Please make it loud for Josh Johnson!
We could be doing the same shit, man.
I don't got nothing.
A lot of
I thought we was moving.
Where is it? I don't have it.
yeah, no, it's not.
Where
It's
is
not
it?
great.
I don't have it.
Oh, my dude mad as hell. He hasn't scored.
What happened? You're like,
We're already. Where is
okay.
it?
I'll let that slide. It'll be bad news, but it's bad news that you can live with.
Where?
One particular squirrel has been attacking a bunch of people, and it's like
I don't
really
You fuck up that 84.
I don't have it. Where is
You
it?
know how much a squirrel has
What?
scratched,
Show
how
me.
deep it has to get to be
What?
Oh, big. Just stay solid.
Came and interviewed all these people. So far, he's got like 2 victims. Both people like.
Where is it? Where is it?
But mostly is bad in a
What?
bigger way.
Lucky.
See what I mean? Like,
Where is
okay,
it?
this is, I guess, what bothers me the most is that
Where
it's
is it?
who they interview as well.
when you're watching the news, you end up watching a lot of rich people. But they don't have anything to do with what's happening, really. So why are you asking what he thinks? He does have money, yes, but like he wasn't even there. That's weird. And
Yeah, switch.
the news will be about them because they're rich and they're moving money around. And we've done a thing now where we've equated being in can bring you influence, but then at a certain point you have to just accept
Yeah,
that,
so
like,
sick
yes,
of them,
they have
bruh.
money. They don't know anything else. Do you know what I mean? Like, and I mean that from a place of like, we have equated having money with being really smart. You must be really smart if you got the money. Because you must be brilliant if you have lots of money, because it's the only way you can get money. I'm just saying.
Go find out how you go get it.
Man, this guy was really smart. He had all the money. I'm sure he came about it by completely legal and ethical means, but like he has all this money.
Go get it, or give me something.
Oh.
Just listen to him. And it's like, if that was how you got money, then yes, but it isn't. There's so many different ways to get money. Some people had an idea, they invented something, and then a lot of people were like, that's a great idea. We're glad you invented that. And then they buy so much of it that now this person's rich.
Like, bruh, the selfishness is insane.
You write a book and everyone likes the book, and then you put the book out and then the book is $20, but then like millions of people like it, which is millions of 20s. Even after taxes, that's still millions of 20s. So now you're rich, but you wrote a book. You don't know about anything but the book you wrote. But somehow every time we watch them in the news, we watch them. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, before we get into this Davis story, I want to say that I'm doing a massive giveaway for Battlefield 6. Yes, you heard that right. I'm doing a massive giveaway for Battlefield 6. Twitter, Instagram, or TikTok. But listen, I understand the economy stuff. This game is $75, well, $70, and it's a lot of fun. I've been playing it lately, and I just gotta say that I don't want any of you to miss out. So if you've been feeling to get this game, follow me on TikTok, Twitter, Instagram, all links.
I swear LeBron done packaged is one of the best.
Bro said, please, brother, I'm back.
Yeah.
Supported you many times. I just asked, could you buy me?
Oh, fuck.
Buy me Battlefield 6. So I said, when I read that, I'm like, all right, bro, let me just do a quick giveaway for the boys on the channel and see what's up. So, hey, guys, if you want Battlefield 6, 3 lucky
I had his
viewers,
and the Uber
Twitter, TikTok,
two-hand tomahawks.
and it will be luck of the draw. It will be a legit raffle. I'm not scamming, but make sure when I do DM you, if you do win in the raffle, that you're following me on literally all these platforms. Because if you are not,
you clipped it.
that, I'm literally moving on to the next person. So yeah, that said, good luck to everybody who participates. And on to this story.
Yeah, I got the athletic ones.
Private investigator says police know the identity of the last person that drove Davis Tesla with Celeste Rivas' body inside, but they can't yet reveal who it is.
Trying to get it to your homies, bro.
Electric vehicles, Teslas, and the like have a fuck ton of biometric data, cameras everywhere, GPS, geo-tracking locations. Don't some of these vehicles use fingerprints or like Face ID to even unlock the vehicles? Like, obviously, which is why everybody's so irritated, because how did they not even, like, why have they not made any arrests yet? And given the level of security surveillance in 2025, I'm pretty sure they already know who was in that vehicle. Like, let's be honest, California is one of the most surveilled states in the entire union. And as you can see on Davis' page, he hasn't really made any updates. He actually dipped down below 2 million followers and then gained all that shit back. So it's just like, wow. It seems like he has way more support now than he did prior to Celeste being found in his test. According to CNC, they say Celeste Rivas investigation, PI thinks sadistic plans were set for teen's corpse. Whatever the hell that means. Hopefully it has nothing to do with necrophilia. We already had this story surrounding pedophilia. Let's not dive into the territory of people trying to mess with dead bodies. The private investigator hired to probe Celeste Rivas' death case has made a harrowing revelation. There was a sadistic plan made to get rid of the teen. And of course, our theories is that, you know, she either OD'd or she was pregnant or both. Who knows? People also think she wanted to reveal their relationship to the world, naturally, of course. And because of that, either David, a manager, or somebody that would mess up the money and sending to prison, said, hey, we gotta find a solution to this to shut her up. They say the PI says that he can't spill much, but thinks the original plan went wrong at some point, and that the Tesla, where her dismembered corpse was found in early September, was supposed to be a holding spot, so a temporary spot before transferring her body to
Bitch.
They also say Steve, who was hired by the homeowner of the $3.6 million Hollywood Hills home singer David stayed in. Remember that home he was staying in, he abandoned after, I suppose, people started showing up, investigators started pulling up, you know, he had to dip. Yeah, apparently the owner of that mansion, who was rightfully creeped the fuck out, hired this guy to
Oh, foul. Come on.
especially of a mansion that I'm
That baby ass foul, bruh.
They're all of a sudden linked to a dead body of a minor. I don't want to be culpable of that.
Oh,
I don't want the FBI thinking I had anything to do with that, so I'm going to err on the side of caution, hire a PI to figure out what the
They are tripping me out.
But here's some footage, an interview that, shout out to Law and Crime Network on YouTube. I'm sure we're all familiar with them. They had an interview with the PI on this case, separate from law enforcement, investigating this, and here's what he had to say.
First, I think things are a lot easier than people try to make them sometimes, especially online, into these big things.
They're not even trying to let you go.
Overdose, which very well and they made a bad decision.
He should have passed
it.
Y'all know my fucking.
This Tesla, and maybe he thought he could get somebody to get rid of that car, and they were just like, no, I'm not doing it, and just got left there. But I will say this, there are some things that, and I'm talking physical evidence that was at that house that is plans as far as getting
yeah, they low-key hit me.
Scary sadistic stuff. But maybe how they were planning and how maybe that Tesla was just a time.
Come on, big man.
You know, their timing was just off as far as getting this done.
I'm just gonna say, here's my
suck ass. Oh,
my bad, bro. Oh. Make everything public, right? Or she was just getting tired of the secrets and she
that's a foul.
Relationship public, knowing that it would destroy his career and his life. Possibly they got into an argument and she said, this is why this, that, and the third. I'm going to tell what you've done with me.
He's trying to pass it to the other dude, but
you met me when I was this
I'm in front of him.
this age. I'm going to destroy your career.
That's a good PG. Oh no, never mind. He not hitting you, fuck him. Cause he not scoring at all. I'm like, damn. He should hit the dude with the highest 3 ball.
Anybody else in the circle knowing about the situation would have started devising
damn.
to make sure she never has the chance to everything public. And honestly, as I've stated in many videos before, please watch your children. The world since the beginning of time in civilization, society, and nature is full of predators. From tigers, lions, bears, snakes, spiders, all the way on up into sadistic, murdering, serial killing human beings. These people, these creatures, these things will always exist.
Look at my dude trying to burst out.
Oh my! In your life and in your family's lives, and your children's lives, and anybody else for that matter that you care about. Clearly, based off of everything that I've learned about the situation, Celeste just didn't have enough protection. Maybe, you know, naturally, teen girls, they become a little rebellious. It is what it is, but that is when you really have to step it up. No matter what, like, modern society wants to tell you, bro, you as a father or mother, you gotta, like, you have to try your best to save your child from this cold world. Like, obviously, protect them, provide for them, and teach them about the realities, but also protect them from these dangerous pitfalls that can, you know, mortally wound them, have them end up in jail,
they being bogus.
Dismembered, killed. Like, you guys, I don't have to spell this up.
It's not like you missing. That's the crazy part.
And it's just
that's what I'm saying, bro. They would be trolling.
You know, I know that my client's been in touch with this manager, but only for the purpose of the
They
lease.
should let you cook them so his take bar go down.
The lease, and I believe the other manager that technically was the owner of the red Tesla, I think was in touch
Give me that.
with him just
Hey.
because they needed access to the house to get that vehicle and stuff out.
But he
That's
expected
one
a
thing I
nigga
think
that's
could be key
focused
in this is that
on
there's only one key to that house, and who had that, and who had access to it, and who was in it, because we also have evidence that while David was on tour at the time between the Tesla being found and the search warrant being served, David was on tour, but somebody was in that house, and there was actually a report made, not that Homeowner Association has a robust private security company, and we've gotten videos from them and reports, and so who had that key is probably the same person that, you know, had access to the Tesla. So it sounds like this is a hitman, an assassin, and of course, if you're rich, you don't want to get your hands dirty.
I'm about to say, stay on that three, bro.
You definitely don't want to get your hands dirty for your artist, your
Oh, he got in my way.
SoCal or some shit to pull up. I don't know where, I forgot the address, but in the hills, right? David was living in. Anybody involved in this case remotely allocated to be a co-conspirator, they're gonna get their reputation and career destroyed. This guy's probably just a random landlord slash homeowner in the Hollywood Hills. He probably has multiple properties.
He got dunked on. Damn.
This entire situation tarnishing his entire real estate career. I get it. As a business owner, one of your clients fuck up, you don't want to be culpable for their actions. Totally understandable.
Do you know who that person is, and do you believe that is the person who moved the Tesla?
So I believe, I definitely know who moved that Tesla on that late July before they went on tour. I can't say who the person, and I don't mean I can't say for, I mean, but I don't know who was in that house, because it's just a report, but there's video, but you can't make a person out. But somebody was in the house, and there's only one key. It's like, okay, who had access
I thought he was gonna. My bad, B. I should have hit you.
Person that moved the Tesla was something was another last part of the plan about to go in motion as far as getting rid of her body. I don't know. Man, that's gotta be scary. Imagine, you know, David on tour, and he knows that she knows that he knows that she may one day speak up about this, and he's thinking in the back of my mind, I can't go to prison. This is crazy. And she's been saying wild shit, right? He's now having image after image, leak after leak, indicating that he was definitely in a relationship with her. And the one thing that could really expose him and really get him caught up is her word, verifying everything.
That big man taking off.
He probably went on tour, you know, he left her back at his house saying, you know, all right, whatever, you can stay here and chill. She already ran away, so she's thinking everything is cool and peachy and fine, right? But on David's side, he already knows that he has this set in motion. This is speculation, by the way. Him and his team or whoever already probably hired somebody possibly to come and take her out to smoke her. And I'm just like, bro, if something like that actually happened, can you imagine the amount of fear coursing through her body during the last moments of her life? Like, holy shit. Assuming this was an actual assassin. I don't know if regular people can be classified as assassinated, but I'm saying, like, you know, an assassin coming to take her out. I just gotta say, this entire case, in my opinion, is the spookiest shit I've ever covered on this entire. It's the most convoluted too, but it's incredibly spooky. It's
what?
I'm telling you 100%. If this happened to any normal person,
it hit the backboard and still got to.
The case would have already started, and we would have well been on our way to prison by now. I assure you. And yeah, people.
Big man.
Finally, an exclusive update from Law and Crime, not just some regurgitated old news. Yeah, I understand. You know, a lot of things have been recycled. Somebody else said, finally, I feel like we're getting here. Big thanks to the landlord for hiring a private investigator. I know he's doing it to protect himself, but it sure did help with my anxiety on this case. Somebody said,
come on, give me the block.
Crime that happened on his property affect him legally. I don't know. Some people are not bright. They don't understand how you owning a property and a crime happening on it can lead you to being liable for that. But of course, OP responded back by saying it happened at his properties. So he
I think that was John Moran.
Oh,
get that, yeah.
Potential crimes. That should just be obvious. But ladies and gentlemen,
I'm getting the inbound, bro.
What do you think about this? Thoughts and opinions down below. This is crazy. Also, for the Battlefield 6 giveaway, be sure to follow the instructions. Follow me on Instagram, Twitter, and TikTok. Links will be down below in the description.
Of course he shoots that. Oh my god.
Doing a raffle for 3 lucky people. And honestly, I'll probably be doing monthly giveaways.
Give me a board.
I don't know.
My boy.
Last time I did it, I believe it was for either a PS5
On his head.
or 3 Nintendo Switches when they first came out. That was a
I take the tools, even though I gotta make bad jump shots.
You found something?
I mean, I make food. Yeah.
Oh fuck. Ah, that boy ain't been having no fun. Oh, you dirty bastard. With my take on? Fuck you.
Damn, he got that food shot down. I ain't gonna lie.
Every time you stand up, you trick of every order you get from DoorDash. It's wrong. Whoever you loving on leaves you. I feel strongly about that.
Bro, you flopping, bro. Like, you mad because he's scoring, bro. That ain't my fault.
And they calling timeout?
I'm bad, but not agree.
Nah. Hell no.
So damn. I could have cooked him back.
That kick was a little mid. Hey, where are you going, brother? Look. You forgot your money.
Man, we done all lost our take with them. Give me my putback. Oh my.
See, I always want to move with the money.
Oh shit.
In with some DoorDash madness, and let's check it out.
I made a video yesterday about this DoorDasher who refused to deliver my food and told me to cancel my order. And I just learned, never cancel your order, because these people
should
will pick up these
kill
orders
some
and tell you to
time.
cancel it because it's too busy.
I guess
so
fuck
they
it.
still get paid for the order. If they drop it, they don't get paid, obviously. But if you cancel it, they still get paid, like, I think half of it, maybe all of it, I don't know, for the order. So if they contact you being an
Oh, you. Thank you. Oh my.
25 minutes for this, and this, even though there's a tip on here or whatever, and you possibly have tip you're gonna probably add a tip or have a tip at home or whatever to give me. Cancel your order because I don't want to do the job that I signed up for.
Then you need to tell them.
It's crazy. It doesn't tell you what take people have.
And quit trying to stay. Quit something. Definitely quit talking to me like that. But also,
yeah, I got shit close, bro. Hey, bro, this is fucked, bro. And somebody else will get it. Trust and believe. Like, damn. He could shoot, bro. Fuck you not in me for. Man, he on the Xbox. He know all out here.
So I can still get paid for it. That is so messed up.
For 25. I could do that.
I can understand that, like,
I'll probably do better than 15 for 25, to be honest.
Cancel their order and get a refund or whatever, I can understand that. But if these people are
frustrating customers
like 20, 25 problem, and that should not just be like, oh, we reassigned your order. Not
Got
just
the dub.
that person needs to be punished for trying to
Damn,
scam
PG
people
really
on
made
order.
all his shots the last quarter. That man had 0.
You're able to review the Dasher.
Fucking fans, bitch.
Hey, GG, fellas. Bitch, I'm MVP. What you mean no GGs, bro? Okay, alright. Why didn't you ain't switch with him, bro? You should have switched, bro. Come on, man. He got all offense on his build, bro.
Because if you are somebody that loves food, I'm talking eat, breathe, I don't say
25 shots
but
is
if
crazy.
you just love food,
That's what I'm saying, bro. He acted like he was just, I mean, at first he was making all of them bitches. I ain't gonna lie to him. But then I started locking him in, but shit.
He barely shot above 50. Barely.
Into this program, then you're one step away
Nah,
from
yeah, we
scammer.
got it though.
How hard is it to do that?
I don't know. Seems like DoorDash may like the drama sometimes. That's what I'm getting because clearly there is no changes that
But
are
yeah,
being
shit.
made. But
I'll be on
thing is
tomorrow,
alleged.
bro.
Like
Same
the
time.
tea, DoorDash tea,
Should I bet?
DoorDash tea. That should be there. DoorDash tea. They have a picture
Yeah,
of
lunch.
the driver and like reviews and people are just
Bet.
scrolling.
GG. Peace out, chat.
This DoorDash customer took to
We